So, last week we left about 20 queen cups in those hives back there to raise some queens so we can separate and make a couple of nucs for Digger. Well, that was 7 days ago. If there was an egg laid in any of those, it's getting darn close to being capped. That normally happens in about 8 or 9 days. So I have to go in and make these nucs up. Unfortunately, it's been a rainy, wet day, and it's going to rain all week. So, to make matters worse, neither the bee nor Digger is available to help. So I'm going to have to go back there in solo and try to, get these nucs made up. So I guess let's go to it. Generally, beekeeping is best done on a bright sunny day. We just don't have one of those. So, we're gonna have to do what we have to do. So what I'm gonna do here is the top has got a queen excluder on it. So I'm just gonna pop the entire top off, hopefully with excluder, and move it out of the way. Let's see how that goes. And we're going to lightly smoke them. I'm going to be looking for a queen, so I don't want to heavily smoke them. The first thing to do is to see if any of these queen cells are charged. Nothing's being built out. Oh, there might be one there. It might just be shiny wax. What do we got there? I'm gonna have to pull these and individually look at them, but nothing's jumping out at me. There's one or two. They look a little interesting. But you know what? I'm actually not going to do this today. At least on this hive. Instead, I'm going to remove some of this burr comb and put them back together, because I don't see anything that's getting ready to be capped. These are all empties. This is just burr. That's empty. So nothing is laden in this hive. That's okay. It is freaking packed with bees. And these honey super actually feels like it has some weight on it, which is surprising. In fact, I'm going to take a little look at this honey super because it feels so heavy. Oh my. These were blank frames and they're building them out. Honey flow is on. That's wonderful news. So now we're going to look through this one. Well, excluder's staying down, isn't it? Okay. That super also feels heavy. A little bit of light smoking. Slide it forward. Look around. Let's see what we have down here. Empty. 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 More of a Burke home type thing. Empty. None of these cells have a charge in them. So again, I'm going to hold off on this one, and we'll come back later. And again, we'll remove some of the Burke home. It's unusual to see this many queen cells, and none of them have a charge. But we'll leave them in. Now, I don't like the fact that they're building them down that far, because we're going to run out of room on the spacer. So a couple of these I'm actually going to take out. That's a drone. Put them there. Indeed, they're empty. So, we have one more opportunity to build a nuke today. And we'll get back to that in a moment. This last hive is the one we moved a couple weeks ago. And I'm not sure that caused them to drop off in the urge to swarm, because we were seeing queen cups in there as well. But like the other two, we're kind of waiting to see if that develops into anything. Get down to the bee end of things. The drop in population may have slowed them down in their thoughts of swarming. But there's only one way to tell. And we do have some queen cells in here. In fact, so we just have to carefully go through here and look at these cells. All of the cells appear to be dry so far, but they are building up cells, so that tells me their intention is still there. But we're not going to get any nukes this week. Probably a good thing because of the rain and all that. Wish, you know, there was a way for them to have communicated that so I didn't have to come into the hives, but the only real way of finding this stuff out is to actually go into the hives. But we put a spacer in, so if they decide to build any of those out to be queens, then they have room to do that. Sadly for Digger, no nukes for his bees yet. However, we all know how bees are, and I'm sure that that will change in the next week or so. So all in all, especially considering the weather today, they were very well behaved. You have to move very slowly, use light smoke, try not to jerk things around a bit, and you can beekeep on a cloudy, possibly rainy, wet day. We didn't find any charged queen cells to build the nukes, and that's probably a good thing, because when you build the nukes, it's a little more intense, because each frame that you take out that has queen cells that are charged, you have to be very careful in going over it and make sure you don't move the queen out of your good hive. The nukes should just be resources, lots of brood, and charged queen cells, and they'll do the rest, provided they can get a good mating flight in. So we'll see you next week, when hopefully it's a wee bit nicer out, and maybe we'll find a couple of charged queen cells to make up Digger's nukes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.